Now, hey,
Hey,
hey, hey, goodbye. Na 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 na. Hey, 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 hey,
why he started the episode
hey.
so crazy? Anyways, bro.
To everybody who's wondering why I'm dancing and listening to this, on everyone who's listening, uh, the Cowboys lost. Ah, man, Cancun, here we go.
How the
Y'all know
fuck?
how Dex said? How
Oh
Dex
wait,
is? Here we
hold
go, Cancun. Y'all ready? All right, what's up, guys? Everybody who's watching and everybody who's listening on every streaming platform, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, now Google Podcasts. To everybody who's listening, I want to say welcome to Win Over Your Head podcast. I'm your host, LESKUZZY. Yes, an Eagles fan making fun of the Cowboys. And the one who's not in the camera view right now,
on.
that's my co-host Nick 215, and we are back with another episode. This is a special episode because we're gonna call this episode Cancun. Here we go, because that's where we are. So y'all know how we're gonna start this. We're gonna start it special. We started it special with na 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 hey na 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 hey 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 goodbye. So we're gonna start with the Cowboys, man. I want to every Cowboy fan who DM'd me yesterday. I don't know why y'all were calling me. I want to let y'all know y'all called me for no reason. Shout out to Dilemma. You know my one of my the people I look up to who's a Cowboys fan. You called me twice. I told you the first time you called me. I told you I didn't have hopes that we were going to the Super Bowl. You kept calling me, making fun of the Eagles. I don't know why you're calling me. I called you in concern. Let's be honest. We're gonna start this game. We're gonna cover every NFL game that happened this weekend, including the Eagles. We're gonna have some. We're gonna talk about Jason Kelsey retirement. We have a lot of things we covering. We're gonna talk about UW battles that's coming up in March. We have a lot of things to cover, but let's get into this,
That's
man.
in
How you
March.
doing?
That's far as hell. I'm chilling. Life is good. Another day of just being here in the snow.
Yeah, man.
I'm vibing. I'm vibing. How you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. And just figuratively speaking, I'm doing great. So we're gonna start off, man. Y'all know how we're gonna start off. People want think I'll be in the same mood that the Eagles lost. No, I'm in a happy mood. I'm sick and tired. Y'all know what? If y'all want to see the different how it's different now in my room, if you come in my room, you know I represent the Eagles well. There's an Eagles blanket that I turn into a banner hanging. Normally it's always green in my room during the football season, but the football season is over. It's now blue and red. Blue and red for the Sixers. The football season is over. For me, especially not to everybody who are in NFL fans. I'm not speaking the actual football season is over. I'm talking for the Eagles. That means my football season is over. I have no dog in the race. But we're gonna start it. You know what? We're gonna start this. Where do you want to start? You want me to start with the Eagles or we go to the Cowgirls?
We can start with the Cowboys. We can go right with the Cowboys first because
All
they
right.
they got cooked first.
Man, I think last episode, I believe I need to owe an apology. I believe that we are a cannibal podcast. We we always say we are respectful, but I think we owe a team an apology to the Packers fans. I remember last episode I said I was rooting for you, but I didn't have faith in y'all to be beating the Cowboys. I didn't believe that you're gonna beat the Cowboys. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
we all are upset. Not upset, but y'all did that.
I'm sorry. From my sincere my heart, I apologize because I didn't know. that I forgot. No, I didn't know. I forgot it was January, and I forgot that our Cowboys are allergic to the month of January. That's what happens every January when we get to the playoffs. The Cowboys somehow find a way to lose. I forgot about that. But I was going through the stats since from last year. They're undefeated at home. They're 16 straight wins at home. So I was like, hey man, I got caught up into the stats. But I forgot this is the Cowboys we're talking about. And you can expect good things coming out of the Cowboys. You can expect that. I don't even know why Cowboys fans expect good things coming out of the Cowboys in January. All you get is disappointment. I want to
Hey,
know, I just want to make Cowboys fans. Y'all can comment me about the Eagles. We knew the Eagles were trash from the get go before we even got into the playoffs.
when they lost to the Cardinals, I knew it. I
No,
knew it.
no.
But I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but it was
Now
bad.
let me wait. Before we gonna talk to the Eagles. The Eagles we gonna touch them in a little bit after the Cowboys. But man, so y'all know what I believe I don't believe that Vinny didn't watch the game, but I watched the game. And I watched the game totality. So I want people to, some of y'all, if y'all didn't watch the game, you're going to see the score. It said 48-32. I don't want y'all to be fooled with that score. That score doesn't tell the story of the game, doesn't tell the game by itself. I don't want people to be you bamboozled. That was not the score. That was the score when, the Packers said, man, we getting ready for the 49ers. We don't have the Cowboys there. They're out of this game. We done. This is garbage time. Why are we playing?
The Packers let them come back in the fourth quarter.
No,
That's what it was.
the Packers
They
said,
was
man,
chilling. They was
it was
chilling.
6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Packers said, man, we got a game next week. They don't. Let's get ready for the next game. We don't need to injure our players. We don't need any injury going into the 49ers. So I
Right.
want to, you see, this is what I wanted, right? So I had hope. This is people. If you want to watch me, I did say, I was rooting for the Packers. I don't want people to get misconstrued that I chose, I chose the Cowboys to win, but I said, in my heart, I'm rooting for the Packers. It's not. I said I think I said I'm rooting for the Packers, but I don't. But the team I'm rooting for, I don't think is the team is gonna win. I just said it. I should have just said the team I'm rooting for is gonna win because that's what they did. They went out there and won. So I turned on the game. I didn't turn on the game from the get go. I went to church, came back. The game started at 4:30. I think I turned on the game at like 4:50. I was like, man, you know what? I gave it a couple minute drives. I was like, man, I'll turn on the game and see what happens. Y'all want to know what was the score at that time? It was 7-0. I was like, oh, the Packers scored, a touchdown. Good for the Packers. 7-0. I'm like, yeah, Packers, you started great. Just don't, let's make this as a game. I was like, I will hope they make it a game. I'm, you know, it looked like a game, right? All right, cool. The Cowboys get the ball. The Cowboys punt the ball. I don't know what the Cowboys did in that next. No, they punt the ball. The Packers go down the field. Listen. I want people to understand this. What happens? The Packers go down the field, right? The Packers scored. No. That was a pick. Oh no. I forgot. It was not a punt. That threw a pick. That. Let me explain to you. Out of everybody on the Packers I don't know nobody on the Packers except for like three people. I think you should have known that there's a cornerback named Jair Alexander who's crazy, but he's funny. And he's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Don't, I understand you got Brandon Cooks, but one thing Jair Alexander is good as man to man and physical. Don't put a 5'6" wide receiver and a guy who's physical and you're gonna throw the ball to him, man, you that was a pick ready to happen. But I go lie, the pick was a fan. That was an incredible pick. Pick the ball. The Packers scored a touchdown, 14-0. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm seeing this. The Packers look like they're on some business. I was like, man, this is the Cowboys we talking about. They can go down and score the touchdown in the second. Oh
Mm-hmm.
no, I was. They go back, punt the ball. The Packers come back with Aaron Jones, another touchdown. I'm like, wait a minute. The missed field goal. I'm giving y'all the Packers missed the field. I was like, man, Packers, y'all gotta kick the field goal. But I'm like, oh, 20-0. Hey, the Packers started great. Man, the Cowboys can come back, but the Packers started great. So I'm in belief that the Packers can hold on this lead and win the game. But I was like, I know the Cowboys, they have a great offense, they have great receivers. So I expected the Cowboys to come back a little bit. Oh no, guess what Dak did, man? Dak, man, when I said that, Dak threw a pick six. Right in the numbers too. It was not like it was not like a spectacular play. Hit the defender right in between the 2 and the 6. That man went and scored a touchdown. I'm like, 27-0. I started calling every. This is what happens when you have Cowboys fans. Cowboys fans are you see, there's a difference between Eagles fans and Cowboys fans because dilemma. I'm shouting you out, dilemma, because you call me delusional. I'm not delusional. You are delusional, thinking that the Cowboys can go into the Super Bowl, and every year saying this is our year. That's delusional. I'm not delusional. I know what the Eagles.
8-1, so we're definitely not delusional.
We are not delusional. We just after we saw our loss, when we lost to the when we started losing, I came up here on this same podcast that I'm talking about, and I said we are trash, and he called me crazy. But I think I've been saying this for almost the whole season that we were trash. I said we were trash on defense for the whole season, and people call me crazy. I can have every DM that people send me say I was crazy saying that the Eagles are trash on defense, but we were winning. I understand, but I said we were trash. I've been saying this the whole. VINIQUE can vouch for me. I've been saying this for almost the whole season, saying that we were trash on defense. Right?
Right.
All right. I want to get that out the way. So 27, I started making fun of the Cowboys. I'm like, golly, Cowboys fans, this is what happens to Cowboys. I feel sorry for y'all, man. I started feeling sympathetic. I'm happy. I'm thinking I should drink some liquor. I'm like, nah, you know what? The Eagles play tomorrow. So me making fun of the Cowboys, you know what? Ain't good for me because they might, we might get beat too tomorrow. But you know what? I don't care. Right? It's 27. It was 27-0. I started making fun of them anyways. I started calling my dilemma. He's the only Cowboy fan I could get here like on the phone. I started making fun of him. He's mad at me, telling me 5 rings. I'm like, man, that was 28 years ago. The reason why I'm even saying this right in 28 years is because it's been 28 years since you won a ring. It's been 28 years since you made it to the NFC Championship game. It's been 28 years since you actually smelled the Super Bowl. Not even smelled the Super Bowl, even got a chance to even in the game that you can, if you win, you make it to the Super Bowl. It's been 28 years. If you want to calculate that, I've searched it up yesterday because he started pissing me off when the Eagles were losing. I looked it up on Google. It's been 13 consecutive seasons that the Cowboys haven't made it to the NFC Championship game. 13. You know how long is that? That's the longest streak in the NFL. It's them, and I think it's them and the Chargers or some other team that have they are number 1. The Chargers and another team is 11, but they have the consecutive games without making to the NFC Championship game. So I don't want to hear nothing from the Cowboys until you make to the NFC. Any Cowboy fans that's talking trash to me, I need y'all to make to the champion. From now on, if you start talking trash about my team, I need to answer. When was the last time you made? If you're under the age of 30, I need to know when was the last time. If you're under the age of not 30, and if you're under the age of 25, don't talk shit to me. Because you and me know that you haven't seen the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. You haven't seen a Cowboy team in the NFC Championship game. So you don't know shit about winning in the last 28 years of counting. You don't know shit about anything. So stop it. It's done. Leave it alone. So I know I make fun of him. And he's like, hey man, you gonna be joining us soon. I was like, I don't care if you join me, I'm joining y'all. I really don't give a damn. It's just the fact that y'all had the second seed. I want y'all to understand this. I didn't know this was history. The Cowboys did history this year. Y'all know, remember Micah has a podcast after the first win. He's like, yeah, this is those big we doomsday. The doomsday difference. We're gonna make history this year. Y'all did make history. Y'all the first team to lose to a 7th seed. Y'all the first second seed team to lose to a 7th seed. So y'all made history. I want to say that. I want to give y'all that. Y'all did great. History was the destined for y'all, but y'all were at the wrong side of history. But
That's
y'all
really
made
the first
history.
time that happened.
Yeah, and never in the NFL history a second seed ever lost to a 2 seed. A second seed ever lost to a 7th seed. Never in the NFL history.
That's crazy.
And that's the Cowboys. Yeah, no, I understand. You know what? That craziest stat that I found out. Every home team that was in the playoffs this year, that's like in the wild card, every playoff team that was at home won a game, except for one team. You want to guess what team that didn't win their home game? I'll wait. I'll wait. Every team that's at the home game this year, right now in the playoffs this weekend, won a game. All of them won their games, except for one. I need y'all to, can we say it on three? 1, 2, 3, Cowboys. So the Cowboys.
How they getting the bonus?
So the Cowboys were the only team that had home field and didn't win. I forgot. So why did y'all fight? Why did y'all win the division for? If y'all went home and still lost by y'all were down 48-16 by the 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. Don't give me that 32 points, the 16 points that you scored in the last 6 minutes. We don't count that. That's garbage time. Like Shannon Sharp saying, that's fat cal. That's empty calories. You know what empty calories do? Shannon Sharp said makes you fat. That just makes you fat. You were just fitting in your stat line. You 400 passing yards, 100 something. Now we don't care about that. But if you watch the game, you watch the Packers put hands and feet and whatever they had in the Cowboys defense, running up and down on the Cowboys, like that Cowboys stole something. Like I thought that I was like, man, are the Cowboys away? Because I heard that if the Cowboys at home are undefeated, are they away? Because this is not supposed to be look like this. They are at home. Man, the Cowboys got beat so bad. I started making a prayer. I looked for every Cowboy. I was like, man, I need to pray for you. Because I know this is not. I understand y'all believe that this was the year the NFC was wide open. The Eagles were trash now. Near the end of the season, the 49ers are the only team y'all should have been warned about because y'all already beat the Lions. On the lucky, y'all should have lost to the Lions, but y'all beat them by luck. So technically, the two teams y'all should be worried about is the Lions but the 49ers. But you don't have to worry about the Lions or the 49ers because you're gonna play either one of them, and if you lose, you be like, you know what? You playing them the other one in the NFC Championship game, so you don't have to worry about the Lions. But you know what? What happened was they got beat. They got put hands and feet on them. I want to say I feel sorry for them because every fan who was born after who's the age, my age, VINIQUE's age, they've never seen a cowboy. They're one of their beloved. It's sad that these parents are doing this to their kids, man. Making these kids become cowboy fans. Because man, I know some parents right now. Some kids, I understand kids. If you're watching this, I understand we're like we our podcast is not for kids because we cuss sometimes. But if you are at the age of 28, 27, 26, like I understand, man. I feel your pain because since you were born, you've never seen a cowboy team in the NFC Championship game. It's sad. No, it's not. I'm lying to you. I'm just lying. It's not sad. Shit, y'all crazy. It's not sad. The Cowboys are trash. Like, yeah. If y'all want to know, right now, let's talk. You know what? I make fun of the Cowboys Monday. Now let's talk about the other team that disappointed, the Eagles. We got beat bad.
Yeah, we both teams
Yeah,
are very
yeah.
disappointing, but
No.
our disappointing is not.
One team we were disappointing, right? We were disappointing. We had missed tackles. I want to say this, man. You know, if we watch the Eagles game, you know what the silver lining of the Eagles game that I took away? Y'all want to know what good? You know, every we got beat 30 what something to 6. I want to say 38 to 6, 32 to 6. I don't to 9. Uh, I don't know the actual final score, but I forgot the actual final score. But I want to say 38 to 9. I'll say 32. All right. Uh, you know what's the good thing that came out of the Eagles game? The one good thing that happened. You want to know?
Everybody need to be
Blackberry got
fired.
benched. Blackberry got benched. Oh, Blackberry got benched, man. I was so happy that Blackberry got his ass benched. Man, that I was so happy. Even though the reason why he got benched because is the reason why they got to 30 something points. But it was the good thing that he got benched. But hey, man, I didn't want him. The scenario of how he got benched is not entirely because he had a tackle, could not wrap up a tackle. When he had a tackle, literally, it was him. Just tackle the goddamn person. If you tackle is not a first down, guess what? You didn't tackle, so he bounced off you. He went and scored a touchdown. I mean, and they benched you. After that, man, the Eagles didn't do shit. Now let's talk about everything that happened in that game. The Eagles game. The Eagles were trash. Didn't have one thing. Y'all know. I remember last week I said we gonna drive to to Florida and we're gonna drive back and we're dropping Brian Johnson at Carolina. I
Yeah.
think we should do. I believe we should do that. I believe we should leave Carolina. Do me a favor, hire Brian Johnson. What y'all saw yesterday wasn't him. He's
Bro,
a
I am
great coach.
sick of this
He's a
game, bro.
great coach. He's a leader of men. I
This nigga.
understand. Yesterday was not what he that was not him. That was an imposter. I'm just saying
That
Brian
wasn't
Johnson's a great coach. I'm saying it right now. I'm looking in the camera right here. He's a great coach. So I need y'all to hire him because he needs to leave Philly, and I don't want him to feel down at himself and commit so hire him. We don't need nothing. We're gonna pay for his expenses there. That's one thing we're gonna do. Y'all don't need just hire. Y'all don't need any information, any recommendation. We do. Y'all can talk to Sean Desai. No, not Sean Desai. Shane Stackney. He can vouch for him. He's a you know. When you get high, you need references and recommendation, like references. That's a good reference for him. You know, uh, Nick Sirianni too. He's a good reference. Who else? I want to say who else? Who else can I put in there? Howie Roseman can be a great reference because he can recommend you that he's a great coach. He can say he's a great coach. We have. I want to believe we have left him in Charlotte, somewhere in Charlotte. I want to say he's somewhere in Charlotte right now. He's looking for your facilities. So can y'all give him a call and say he's hired? Because he out now, after me being trying to pitch him to get hired, now let's talk about his terrible coaching job. And now and I think all the Carolina people watch from Carolina Panthers, I
Yo,
think they
what
have
the
left. Now let's talk about now. We are back to normal. Man, man, he doesn't know anything, bro. Yeah, I know how terrible we were. That I could see the blitz coming, and we didn't have any route that can beat a blitz. Y'all had comebacks, straight routes. Can we have a slant a little bit? Because they were throwing a blitz from the linebacker. Oh, that's the way. If you play Madden, even Madden knows that when the blitz come in the middle linebacker, you throw a slant right in the middle. Don't throw a comeback. Don't make the receiver run comebacks. Make them run slants. Because that linebackers are vulnerable because they're coming down and you throw a slant, that's separation. Because they're going, the defender is going, you gotta chase them. I don't know what type of coaching we have. We gotta fight everybody. Everybody from Nick Sirianni, Brian Johnson, Sean Desai, Matt Patricia. Yeah, I wanted Bill. People are saying Bill Belichick. I don't want Bill Belichick. He's also a terrible coach. He doesn't know shit about offense. I don't want him. Bring I listen. Jeff Lee Rowley. You are. I think you're a billionaire. I need you to put everything that you got and hire Jim Harbaugh.
Crazy.
Hire him. Hire the Michigan coach. I think it's time we make some changes. We need a coach who knows what he's doing, who's not a joke. And hire Jim Harbaugh. Hire Jim Harbaugh, please. Any money he wants. If he wants $30 million, give him $30 million. I don't care. If he wants to be the highest coach, I don't care. Give him anything. I want
That's
a
not
real coach.
these dudes, bro. They just hire anybody, please, because
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was
I want it.
disgusting. How do you lose? What was that? 36-9.
I don't know what the point of the score was. I need
Nobody
either.
needed to watch this game to know the score and who should win. Like, just my God.
Y'all
But
made
I mean,
man.
we saw what the Cowboys did,
Bro,
so that's the NFC
man,
East, I guess.
bro, man, y'all made Baker look like he was prime. He was Tom Brady. Y'all know that it's bad that the broadcast started comparing Baker and Tom Brady. Like that should not be happening on any broadcast. Comparing Baker Mayfield to Tom Brady. We should not be having that type of discussion on any broadcast. But they somehow did. That's how the Eagles made Baker look yesterday. He looked like Tom Brady out there. The linebackers missing tackles. The safeties, we didn't even have an extra safety. We made a nickel back turn into a safety. He was the only one trying his best, medics, but he's switching positions, so he really ain't doing nothing. Uh, uh, Kevin Byer missing tackles, could not tackle nobody. We were like a paper. We're like a tissue like this. This what happens. Y'all watching this?
Like a
This what
tissue.
happened. We were like tissue, man. We were just run through. Yeah, man. You can run through us. We have no resistance. If y'all want, I need y'all to see this. Hold on, let me find a good solid tissue paper. Yeah. You see, this is the Eagles' defense yesterday when it comes to tackling. I need people to look at me. Here comes the Buccaneers players. Boom! Yep. They didn't tackle nobody. Man, we didn't tackle nobody. But we woke up, right? In the second half and second quarter, we threw that deep ball to Devontae Smith, scored a touchdown. We tried to do a 2 point, we didn't miss it. The defense kind of woke up in the third quarter, but the offense went back to sleep. This is the problem with the Eagles. We are inconsistent. We are consistently inconsistent. Like if one side of the ball wakes up, the other goes to sleep. If the other wakes up, the other one goes to, if the offense is up, wakes up, the defense goes to sleep. If the defense wakes up, the offense goes to sleep. We don't have a game this year when every side of the ball was consistent, was all the way on their A game. We don't have it. There's no game that I can point at this year That I can say. Yeah, that's when both of our defense and offense was the A game. There's no game. And I want to know, next year, when you hire Sean, next year, I think it's time for you to get fired because you hired Sean Desai. And I want to know, what did Sean Desai say in his interview for you to believe that he was the right defensive coach for this team? I want to know because I really want to know.
Said a whole lot
Because
of nothing. That's what he said. Just
he
a
said
whole lot.
he might be the greatest interview person I know because I looked up his stats. He was an offensive defensive coordinator before with the Chicago Bears. I think I brought this stat up. He was ranked number 27, second or 20 something in all different. That means he has been terrible in for years. Why did you hire him? I want to know, why did you hire him? Last year we were making fun of Sean Jonathan Getty. At least he knew what he was doing. He knew that, hey man, to order you can be, if you want to beat me, you gotta run, you can run the ball. That's it. But if you want to throw these passes like this, I'm just gonna, you gotta deal with, man. If I want you to let me know, what did Sean goddamn decide saying that interview? Man, Patricia is not good either because since he took over as a play caller, man, the Eagles went terrible. They were ranked 31st in every defensive category. He is not good either. So fire him. Send him packing too. Man, why did I not see a notification that you fired them? That's my question. It's Tuesday now. Why are they not fired? Like, what's happening? I want to know. Like, why is there notification on my phone that you fired? I want to know. Like, am I missing something? Am I missing something? Somebody gotta get fired, and you gotta. It's supposed to happen sooner so that we have a chance to get Jim Harbaugh. Like, I need y'all to understand. I'm not joking in anything. He gotta get fired. Like fire him right now. But y'all know what I can do? Y'all do me a favor. If we can get Jim Harbaugh, can y'all talk Nick Saban from retiring and coming coaching in the NFL? You can tell him to come to the NFL. You know what? Him and Jalen Hurts had a rapport. I think you can bring him to the NFL. Maybe he'll learn something for you since after he failed in the NFL and came back. If he comes back, he probably learn something. Like how Bill Belichick at first coaching the NFL failed, went to college, came back, and he became one of the greatest coaches. I think you can do that. I think you learn something. So I believe am I wrong? No. I need somebody to bring a different culture that Nick's here on.
They need to hire somebody that can tackle. They need to hire somebody
Oh no,
that makes
we're gonna
football.
start now. I got replacement for every position that I need, except for one. We lost the greatest center, man. Now let's talk about the sad thing that happened in that game, man.
Oh man. Oh my god.
Man, Eagles. This is first of all, I need to bring this. This is on Nick Sirianni, Brian Johnson, Sean Desai, man, Patricia, whoever else on that coaching, whoever else contributed in that coaching staff stupidness. Um, this what I did on Jason Kelsey's last game. Y'all knew this man was about to retire. Why did y'all not do an effort to make sure that he retired with the Super Bowl ring? I want to know, y'all made that man cry. That man cried. Y'all could have just made him. All you needed was just one thing. Make him go out with the second Super Bowl ring. I don't care about anything else. You could have made him go with the second Super Bowl ring. But my man retired, man. I think he's gonna make his announcements on his announcement on on the New Heights podcast. I think that's where he's gonna make the announcement that he's retiring.
I mean, it's
Uh,
already. It's pretty much
I think
already.
he Well, I think he's gonna make it official, like a statement on the New York podcast.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
but he didn't really. He said it to his teammates in the locker room, but he didn't say it to every, like, the NFL media and everybody that he's retiring. He just said it, to his teammates and I guess to the NFL, but he didn't say it publicly that he's retiring. So I think that's where he's gonna say it. You know, I think that's where uh Travis Kelce is gonna. I think after that, he's gonna say that he is retiring.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. But yeah, now let's talk about every other game. The Kansas City killed the Dolphins. It was not pretty.
Dolphins
The
got cooked too. Yeah, it was a lot of disappointment. The whole
but
well,
but but I think the Dolphins, their cooking was not a bad one. They didn't get their ground game going. So we kind of knew that the Dolphins in that cold weather, we didn't. Yeah, they haven't played in those type of weathers. They haven't played in those type of weather. So it
that
was
is true. The
difficult.
Steelers were supposed to lose low key, but yeah, that
Yeah.
weather game was crazy.
The then the Joe Flacco, his comeback story didn't end well. He got cooked. I think he threw like three picks. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't watch the game, but he threw like three picks, two to three picks. One was a pick six, like back to back. I think he threw two back to back six picks. Uh, if I'm not mistaken, it might be two back to back pick sixes because I watched the game was close. Then I came back, it was 48 to something. Man, um, what other game that happened? I think I missed. I covered the Lions versus the Rams. That was a good game. I watched every single minute of them because I say if the Eagles win, we go into the Lions. So I was interested. If that was a big if, I literally said if that was a big if. But I wanted to see if we win, if we had won, if the Eagles had that biggest if the Eagles had find a way to win, found a way to make it right after a whole terrible week, would they who how are they gonna look against either team? So but I watched, I was like, and I didn't like what I was saying though. I was like, man, even though I had I it was a big if. I was like, if the Eagles somehow find a way to win, they were gonna still lose in the second round to either the Rams and the Lions. It was I didn't like watching the Lions. One, I think the one thing I got away from that is like the Lions have one weakness, and is their their corners. I was like their corners are that's their weakness, but the Eagles same thing with the Eagles, but. If you get the corners, like if you get Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, we can I think I was like, man, they might have it might be a good matchup. But watching that, Jared Goff was on 10. Matthew Stafford was on 10. It was just he was not scoring touchdowns. Jared Goff was going down there, giving the ball and scoring touchdowns. He was kicking field goals. Kicking field goals get you beat in the NFL. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. I took that from him. When you kicking field goals in the red zone, gets you beat. So that was the reason why that game even that's why the Rams lost. I think that's it from any NFL games. So now the Baltimore is playing the Texans, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
The Chiefs are playing the Bills, 49ers, Packers, and Lions, Bucks. Uh, we can do our predictions right now. I got the Ravens beating the Texans. I got the 49ers beating the Packers, but I won't be surprised if the Packers somehow beat the 49ers. Won't be surprised. but I think it's gonna be a tall task. But
I'm gonna go with the Niners, obviously. Now if they
and
get upset, I'm not picking nobody else, bro. If they get upset, bro, I'm not picking no other team. Like, bro, if they
if
lose
the
to the
49ers,
Packers, it's done, bro. I
if the
believe this
Packers
season
somehow,
it was raps.
if somehow the 49ers lose to the, if the somehow the 49ers lose to the Packers, man, I believe, man, this season was the script. This season was different.
The Browns too. I was betting on the Browns. I was like, the Browns can do it. Like they're going to be the sneaky
I
one.
think the what I think the Browns' problem was they, I want to I don't want to say much, but I think the lack of starters from week one, the starters that started the week one came out and caught up with them because they didn't have the first starting. I think they didn't have the starting tackles on either side of the ball. And they didn't on either side of the offensive line. They didn't have the starting quarterback, the starting running back. So the major people that you need, especially the identity of the Browns. Their defense, we said that we were betting on their defense because their defense was actually great.
Right.
But sometimes the defense have a bad day, a bad day, and the offense got to carry. And shit, Joe Flacco, he was unemployed for a reason this season.
He wasn't a bad quarterback though. He did great. He did great at the end. He won of
He
what,
did
three?
great. He won 3 games. I one thing I because I didn't watch none of the Browns games when Joe Flacco was playing, so I didn't know every stat line. Then somebody told me yesterday, it's like, hey, when you watch the stat line, you say he did great, but when you watch the game, is that he was the things that made them lose in the playoff was the concern. But even he was literally being a gunslinger or with the ball. He was no longer the Joe Flacco who's careful with the ball. So what
Mm.
happened was like it caught up with him. Like he throws too many picks. He's like he threw too many picks, and he was careless to his ball's placement. It's like, yeah, when you have receivers like Amari Cooper saving you, then when you play a team that's great coached, that have a dog on the other side of the ball, cornerback, a quarterback who's spinning it and who's not giving the defense any leeway, a leeway to do anything, like turning off the ball. That's the result. So yeah. Now let's talk about what. Shout out to UW. UW is coming back. Shout
You
out to Arsenal. Dave, I don't know how many battles. I want to say 6 battles on their first card, but I don't know exactly. But they did an announcement by every person who's gonna be on the card. They have announced like 2 battles so far. I want to say two and 3 battles.
was that
So the
Rock
first
versus
bet
Geechee, or was that they're both going to be on the card?
they're gonna both. I think Rock and Geach are both gonna be on the card, but
Okay.
I don't think they're battling each other. So I can give you the battles, the announced battles. Uh, you so it's Geechee Gotti versus Inest. Okay.
Wait, versus E Ness. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God, they got him battling anybody, bro. Shout out, that's the Philly
Official
legend, but come on.
official versus Loso. So Loso has I think has battled the top Kardashians. this going into 2023 and 20, and Danny Myers versus Sharon. I think is this a rematch or not? I don't know.
Most likely. Danny done battled everybody.
Oh no! Oh yeah, yeah. He's like Danny just. He's like last time I was not allowed to rebuttal, so he wants to this. And the other matchup, the first matchup that they announced is Shotgun Shug versus B Magic. But here are the people on the card. Every person that's gonna be on the card. Geechee, we announced Geechee. Tay Rock is gonna be on the card. B Magic, we just announced B Magic. Shug, we just announced Shug. Uh, Ines, official. Uh, Sharon, I think this is Capo. Uh, Danny Myers, like he's part of Real Sick. Loso, we just announced Loso. Chef Tress, Kid Kesha. I don't know who's that.
Must be somebody that knew that.
Black. What's the what's the guy? What's the midget one? Freaking. I know how to spell it. Aladdin. Black Aladdin. Somebody's name is Black Aladdin.
So he gonna have new battlers on there.
Arsenal is on the card too. On his own league.
It sounds like it's gonna be like 12 battles.
T-Top. Yeah. And that's the most of the announcements that's announced. Most of
Okay.
the battles announced, not the battles itself, but the battles who are on the card. So he's coming back. It's in New Orleans, March. I want to say March. So it's gonna be on New Orleans. The pay-per-view is on Rap Grid, March 2nd, 2024. If y'all
I'm
want to
surprised they
pop,
didn't do it in Jersey.
so it's gonna be in New Orleans, and you know,
Yeah.
yeah. So man, Eminem is ridiculous. Listen to this. Listen to this. I just saw this.
Offensive line. Yo, Dan, I'm reporting. I'm going to report third quarter. I'm reporting offensive line. Eligible receiver. I'll be the quarterback, the entire line, offensive line, and the receiver. And I will throw it to myself, and I will score a touchdown in the third quarter. Just give me a uniform. It's just like a helmet. I already have a helmet. It's not the one for football. It's just a helmet. But yeah, man, I'm here, bro. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there that night. I will suit up, and I will score us the winning touchdown in the third quarter.
The winning touchdown in the third quarter.
If y'all want to know where he got this, if people didn't watch Eminem this whole weekend, he just reposted the same video that he posted before the game. But now he's doing it for the game that's played on Sunday against the 49ers. So he's like, literally on his caption say, "Yo, Coach Dan, the offer still stands. I'm around. I'm around. I'm around for Sunday." LMK. Yo, I'm done.
Yeah,
Yo,
shout
I'm
out to
done.
them, all the Detroit rappers. I seen all the Detroit rappers outside. Big Sean, Eminem, D12 probably was in the crowd somewhere. I seen that. That was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough,
Oh,
bro. I'm happy for them.
is it? Yeah, man. He
Even
said, "Let me know."
the creator, Meech, Lil Meech. I think his name Lil Meech. Um,
Oh,
he was out there
he was
too.
he was out there. Hold on. You told me Lil Mitch was out there and them they didn't clown him, make fun of him.
Not the rapper, no. I'm talking about the content creator,
No.
Funny Ball.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you talked about. I talked about the Lil Mitch, the not the rapper, but the one who's the actor.
no. You're not talking about him.
Um,
Uh, I think he actually has a deal, some type of deal. He does the You Matter clothing stuff, so people might have seen him. I don't
mhm,
know. Um,
mhm.
but yeah, I'm happy for Detroit. Shout out to y'all. I'm happy for everybody that's winning because my team ain't.
Except for the.
I ain't no hater
Mhm,
though. I ain't no hater. It's okay. We'll get them
mhm.
next year. We'll get them next year.
Yeah. I
They
want to
going
say now.
Eagles gonna have to give me a uniform. I'll make the tackle. I'll make the game winning tackle, bro.
Yeah, I'm like GM Howie, hit me up. My number, hit me up on the DMs. I don't want to give my number out here on the podcast. Uh, hit me up. I can become I can become the the corner neck, like the safety. I can become the second safety next to to buy it, and I can make the winning tackle. Yeah, like with every time I'll make the I'm always gonna make a tackle. Yeah, I know I play rugby, so I know how to wrap up. I know how to wrap up the tackle. So just hit me up. Yeah, like shout out to Eminem. He just gave me a deal. Yo, Howie, hit me up. I'm reporting. I'm gonna play safety. He wants to play linebacker. I want to play safety, and I know I can trust my eyes every time, and I know I can make the tackles because what I saw yesterday was ridiculous. So I believe I think it's by time you hire me and I play safety.
Bro, I'll be the best middle linebacker you've seen since Ray Lewis. I got y'all.
But
I got y'all.
I'll be the best safety I ever seen since Ed Reed. So we bringing that Ed Reed and Ray Lewis a Raven defense to the Eagles, because I'm always gonna I'm you know how Ed Reed was telling Peyton Manning that he baited him on the pick, because Peyton Manning used to like perfect to where he was gonna throw. So Ray Lewis acted like he was going one way, but the whole time he was doing a U-turn coming back to the ball.
Mm,
It was literally he just said like they talked about it. He's like, man, I don't know how you even got the pick. And he's like, oh, I can tell you, on film study. It's like every time I watched you on film, every time you pump fake one side, you still throwing that side. He's like, if you pump fake to the right, you are throwing to the right. He said that was your tendency. You never pump fake one side and throw it to the different side. And he's like, so when I watched when we played you, what happened is you pump fake to the right, and I acted that I was go I acted the whole time. When you pump fake, what you didn't notice was when you pump fake to the right, you looked the other way. So what I did, I used your eyes to bait you. So I acted I was going the other way, but the whole time when you were looking me off that side, I was turning, coming back to the ball. So that's what that pick six had. The pick six happened. Yeah. So the whole time I was turning, coming back to the ball. Uh, what else he said? Oh wait, what did Oh, Edward is battling Greedy in Kansas City. I didn't know that.
mm. That's tough. That's tough.
Uh,
Don't really care for that battle, but that's tough.
yeah. Yeah, I don't care either. And what else? What else I had? Yeah. So I think we need a new coach. We need some different voices. Hold on. Let's while we on the podcast. You know what? This is what I love the podcast for. Eagles coaching staff fiery. Is somebody fired yet? Man, we made a pretty good Eagles fan. Nixon is the kind of coach that will make a pretty good Eagles fan. Straight to Colts fan after the yeah, I mean, he's a good he had the good he's like a good Eagles fan, but
Send all our coaching staff to Lancaster. I'm done with these niggas. They gotta go.
so
And it's crazy. I defended them too. I was like, man, we're gonna be alright. We're gonna coast through the playoffs. Cooked. Cooked something bad.
So has regrets, wide receiver, stock, excuse, Mr. Player started in the minute as I went from a field reserve which was 13 sacks last season to 11 through 13 games to 9 over the last 5 years. Man, that's into Pascal. Yeah, that's yeah. We gotta switch that. Yeah, we gotta do that. Yeah, that gotta go. That's stupid as hell. But I have no confidence in nobody in there.
Other than that, though, I don't think there's nothing else we got. Like,
Uh,
I mean, our team lost. The Cowboys lost. Haha. Fucking, it's.
yeah, I think
I don't. I didn't have nothing other than that. The Eagles got cooked. That's all I had. Eagles cooked. That's all my book says. Fam.
yeah, I if okay, Howie. I think it's by the time you start to hire somebody who's already proven. I think the problem is you gotta hire someone who's already proven to be a great coach. So we got Brendan Graham is a free agent. Fletcher Coast is a free agent. Both players are 30. DeAndre Swift, yeah, we gotta bring DeAndre Swift back. I think, yeah, Watkins is gone. Kelsey is the only one who's coming back as a year. Kelsey already announced his retirement, so I think, yeah, I don't know what else we can do as the Eagles. But I think it's by time we fire our coaches so that we start the coaching hire soon rather than later. We need a coach in there very, very soon to start the coaching cycle. Like he putting his culture through before anything, before the season
Hmm.
ends. So I think they should start firing people right now. Like today, they should have started firing people. Don't wait until the NFL, fire them right now so that give us a chance to to start everything. So yeah, without further, man, do you have anything else you want to add?
Nah, I ain't got nothing. Eagles, they trash, bro.
Cancun,
Can't.
Cancun to here we go. Everybody, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, Cancun.
Got cooked, bro.
Man, Cancun, 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Yeah. So everybody who's listening, I want to say thank you guys for your your support through the NFL season. But now it's time for the NBA season. So without further ado, it's time we switch the lights from green to the blue and red. So if you're watching this and you see a blue and red lights, that means it's Eagles season, man. It's Sixers season. Shout out to Joel Embiid. I think he's now tied for second in NFL. I said NFL. NBA history with 30-10 consecutive games with I think what 15. So the only person in front of him is Wilt, who had 16 games straight with 30-10 games. So
That's
I
tough.
think the MVP is coming back to Philly, man. You just gotta make it through the playoffs now.
Yeah, I'm not hype about the regular season achievements no more. I'm cool. I don't care
Yeah,
how
I
many
think
yards y'all caught or ran for or thrown for. I don't care how many points he scored. I need y'all to produce championships. I don't really care.
I'm telling you, if the Sixers win a championship, the city's gonna burn the shit down.
I really don't care about sports. If the Sixers win, because that means all four teams won. Even the Soul, the Philadelphia Soul won while I was alive. I'm cool.
When
I
did
I
when did
never
the
need to. I think it was
when did the
07 or '06.
who's the I don't even know which is the Philadelphia Soul.
That's the arena football. I don't even think arena
Oh,
football is a thing no more, but arena football.
what about the thing? Did the Flyers ever win? I don't believe the Flyers won.
The Flyers might be the one team. I think they did though. I know the
I
Phillies
know.
won, almost won that
Yeah,
joint like 3 times, but the Phillies won.
yeah.
The Eagles won, and the Sixers. If Kawhi didn't hit that shot, bro,
Would have won.
but we would still need KD to go down in order to win that.
Yeah, we could have kicked KD in the nuts.
I think the Flyers did win. I think they did, but either way, yeah,
Last
I'll
championship.
really be done.
Hold on. Flyers. What's the name of the last standing win?
The Flyers, the Soul.
The Flyers ice hockey team basically the NFC Conference, blah 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 last what man, the Flyers haven't last we haven't seen the Flyers actually last win. So the Flyers is the other team that needs to win. The last time that they won the Stanley Cup was in 1974.
Damn. All
No,
right, so
1975. So they
so
won
I'm
back to
waiting
back
for the
seasons
Flyers,
and the Sixers.
Flyers and the Sixers.
Even though I don't watch hockey, ice hockey, but hey, I'm waiting for them. I don't think nobody cares about ice hockey. Yo, if the Sixers win while they still play in the Wells Fargo Arena, that's gonna be crazy. That they're gonna say goodbye to the Wells Fargo Arena with the win. That's crazy. They gotta do that before they go to the whatever the new place, Sixers place.
They're
Who the
building.
fuck came with that?
They're building a new stadium.
Yeah. Don't you have you ever seen the by year 2030 that they're gonna move into the new stadium called Sixers Place? Stupid name. I
It's
know
called
somebody gonna
Sixers
hit you.
Place.
That's the goddamn advertisement that they do. I don't know why. That's stupid. Stupid name.
Come to the
He's
Sixers
like
Place.
literally if y'all want I think people should yeah, is it the new
What the fuck? Oh my
what's the Sixers
god, I'm getting
new
cooked.
arena name?
I'm having a bad day on 2K today, yo. Just getting cooked.
Yes, literally 676 place at Market Street East. Who the fuck came with this day?
Yeah, I like the with all of them in the same zone because all the stadiums all next to each other. I like that. That's tough.
Yeah, I think the problem with that is the public transportation.
Yeah, that is kind of yeah.
So I think this was main. They're trying to do this so that whenever when they leave, they can Plus I think they're also gonna do it because boxing. When it comes to boxing, I don't think you haven't seen
A boxing event in Philly.
a boxing event in the West Fargo arena. There's never been one. They use the boxing arena at Temple, so I think that's why they might use that when the Sixers place open. They might use that. So yeah. Uh, but man, so it plans to open in 2031. I'll be 31 years old. That's a long time from now.
That is a grip. I'll be 31, bro. Hopefully, the MB probably not even gonna be on the Sixers no more,
He'll
or
probably
maybe even
old.
playing.
He'll probably old. Max will probably be old too.
Curry
None
and
of most of
LeBron will
them
be done. That's a grip.
carry. Yeah, that's gonna be a long time from now. That's like what 7 years from now, man. None of I don't think most of. I think the only player who probably still playing probably Maxi. If injury, hopefully knock on wood, no injuries, he'll probably still be playing. The young players like LaMelo Ball might be still playing if they have those, long careers. But most of them might not be playing. You know, Bronny might be in the league, so we'll be watching Bronny. We'll then see Bronny grow up and get into the league. But yeah, without further ado, man, I want to say everybody shout out to y'all. Subscribe if you're new. Yes, the videos are coming to everybody.
Like,
We've been saying
comment,
like, comment,
subscribe.
and we're gonna see you guys in the next episode of us. I don't know. Next episode ain't gonna be. I think that's gonna be the first episode since this year. We haven't talked about the Eagles, so
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole
I'm
different
say,
vibe.
it's gonna be a whole different vibe next episode, man. Without
Barely
further
any
ado, man,
sports.
yep. In the next episode, we out, man. See ya in the next episode. Peace.